Peace and love, creatives. It seems like the stars have aligned for me to take my new Plein Air bag box thing out and give it a test run. I recently opened up a Sketchbox and received some Plein Air supplies. And what perfect time to check this little thing out. So it's basically like a side purse kind of thing, but it opens up to turn into like an easel. It holds the book. If I put the stick there to hold it up, it holds the book. So that stick goes into the back. It leans on it. It leans on it, and then I have a nice sturdy surface to put my sketchbook, maybe a small page, and do some plein air painting. Let me show you what I usually take. All right, so I figured I would show you what I normally take with me when I travel. Not so much plein air, but travel. So in here I have pencils, I have something to sketch with, I have liners, I have a flat paintbrush, I have a nice thin eraser for details, and then when you come in here I have some Isero watercolors that I've just actually added to my travel palette. And I also have my water brush that I keep in here. This is actually my go-to watercolor palette that I take with me everywhere. If I'm traveling, it's loved, as you can see, very well loved. This is some white gouache that I let dry for details. It's not great, but I can't seem to get rid of the actual thing because I hoard things. An eraser for erasing my sketches, and a bunch of clips, which I will definitely take with me on this trip. I take washi tape. Hopefully that's not too blurry. I have a fountain pen, but it needs to be refilled. I always keep paper lying around because sometimes I forget to bring something to clean my paintbrushes with, and I can always use that. On my recent travel, I used let me see if I can find it. Instead of using a sharpener that has something to catch the sharpenings, I use this, and that's why there's like such a mess of sharpening in there, which I have to clean out. I take these paintbrushes with me when I actually have a little bit more time. They twist off and twist back on. And there's 3 different sizes. And they close very nicely. Oh, if I put it in the right one. And they're snug, so they're not gonna fall out. Sorry about that. And I am, this one I usually have to wet before I put in, so actually I'll leave it on. Okay, I'm back. I just wet the paintbrush. I didn't have a water, any kind of like water next to me, so I needed to just go to the sink real quick. So I wet it. I kind of like keep them all together like that, and then I close it if I don't get so nervous. And like that, you don't ruin your paintbrush when you're putting it in, and the bristles don't get all jacked up because they went in wrong. There's also a hole on the bottom of each paintbrush so that it does not get moldy or anything like that. There's an air hole, so that's always nice. Now, I am gonna take this with me just in case. And I'll put everything else away. And it usually comes with, this case usually comes with me, and this book usually comes with me as well. They're both about the same size and they fit in my bag rather nicely. But, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take this clip. Okay, I swatch in this book, but I also have, this is my travel log, my travel art log. So whenever I go places, I will sketch in here, and that's what I do. It's more travel than plein air, just putting that out there. But we're gonna do some plein air today, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'm parked. I'm at Bear Mountain State Park. First thing I want to do is take you to the Bear Mountain Inn. There's a couple of nice shots you can get from the front, but to be honest with you, the side is not that bad. So you can possibly sit right here and do a little bit of plein air, but I'm going to show you the front. And maybe I might want to do that. Okay, so this is the front as I come in from the parking area. You know what I mean? So we have a nice rock decoration. Let me zoom out a little bit. And then we'll come into the front of the inn. And that is an entrance that you can go in through. And then this is where you get in through the gift shop, but I wanted to take you here because this is kind of like the inspiration right here. Kind of like this view right there. So I can also do head on right here. I don't know how much of it I'll be able to video, being that I don't have any kind of like apparatus to hold my phone. Okay, so I've decided that although I like the front of the Bear Mountain Inn, I don't want to bring so much attention to me. So I'm gonna opt out for sitting on that, behind that tree possibly, or maybe even closer, and doing the side view. So I don't know what the stand is for, and I don't know if I can sit there, but I will try and sit here. There's a nice breeze here. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's dirty, but you know what? We getting dirty today. It's okay. This is the view that we have. And we have the tree blocking it. I don't know if I'll scooch over, and or I might even just do this area right here. Maybe not the whole inn. We'll see. So I want to show you this thing and how I jam-packed it, because I ended up putting more stuff in it. So I have some money just in case I make it to the zoo. I can donate some money to the Bear Mountain Zoo. I have my headphones that I can possibly listen to music to, but also if the sound is not good enough, I can always plug this in and use it as a microphone. And then I put my keys in here because I don't have any pockets, and that's pretty much what I put in. And it stood nice and organized, so that's good. So I'm gonna take out the paint and the sketchbook for now. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm gonna take this out and that. I'm gonna take my towel, and I was worried if that container was gonna leak, and it is kind of leaking, so once I'm done here I'll probably empty out the water. I do want to take this out. I'm gonna see if I can do some line work with it. Actually, I'm gonna take everything out. Okay, if
if I need clips, I know where to find them. I'm going to take this thing and put it right in the corner. And it's going to be held up like that. Then I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to paint that. And now it's just sitting on my knee. Comfy. I don't feel like I'm gonna drop it or anything, so let's see how it works. Okay, so this is the setup I have right now, and I don't know how this is gonna work for me because it's like short. I might just do this page. I wanted to do like a long spread, being that it was nice and long, and I don't know. This is a test with the video coming through my headphones. There's a lot of things going on, so I'm thinking that this is going to be better to hear me with. Also, here we go again. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this and paint along with me, there you go. Just had a bug. Just had a ladybug on me. Sorry, guys. Excuse me, friend. Actually, you can hang out with me. All right, let's zoom out. There we go. We get the whole thing. Okay.
I'd like to take this quiet time opportunity to let you know that this is my first time doing a actual 100% plein air kind of thing. I'm not used to holding a phone and drawing, so please be kind, and I'm sorry in advance for the shaking, and hopefully at least you had fun or were entertained. Okay, back to your program.
Okay, so this is what I've penciled in. I hope you could see it okay. And then this is how I have my setup. I have my brush ready. I have my my rag to clean my brush on my lap. And let's get to painting this. So the first thing I want to do, hopefully this is not too shaky for you, sorry if it is I kind of want to just loosen up the sketch even more by just activating the pencil. Okay. And I already have some green up here. If you saw the Sketchbox unboxing, you will know that I was seeing if I liked the greens that I was going to be getting from this set. So actually, I should have wet this first. You know what, I'll put this up here for now. These are the bushes that are in the front. I kind of took artistic liberty and decided to put the bushes all in front, like there's like a little barrier, you know? So, okay. And then I'm gonna go in with the darker color. And while this is wet, I'm gonna just put it in here so they can blend together. We'll come back to that. Now I'm going to wet the bottom of this page. Ooh, that doesn't matter. It's going to be green anyway. And it rained, but it's so sunny today. And I just want to show how patchy the grass is. I'm going to try to do that. Sorry. I'm going to try to do that by putting in colors little by little. So I'm going to start with probably this color. Really watered down. And just put it down here. Yep. Downfall for watercolor. So I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to do this, although to be honest with you, when I am painting like this, I'm usually holding my palette and not a phone, so probably crisis averted. as far as that's concerned. Oh, I ended up putting a clip here too. I did not say that. All right, so now that I have my lightest part of the grass, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna actually make this green a little bit punchier with that yellow, the lemon. Okay. And the idea and why I'm tapping it like that is I want it to look like patchy grass. If I kind of just brushed it on, it would give me this effect when it dries. By doing this, I'm creating texture. And because it's wet on wet, everything is going to bloom and marry together. And my hope is that it marries well. All right. While I was doing this part, I wanted to acknowledge that I still haven't cleaned my brush. Everything I'm doing, it all involves similar colors, so I don't find a need to come here and clean my brush. But now I'm going to focus on the building and let this dry a little bit and see where it is, and then I'll come back to it. So building time. Now with the building, I think I just want to focus on color. Darkness and bright, dark and bright. So I'm just gonna and then I've messed this up a little bit, so I'm gonna figure it out as I go. Nope, that's not the color I need. I need a red. I'm making myself a dark brown over here. I just took some of the yellow, I think it was this yellow, and I made a darker brown. I actually want it darker than that. Let's see. No, that's not it. Yeah, let's throw a little bit of black in here. Okay, that's nice. I like that color. So I'm just gonna go in the areas where it's the darkest, and well, almost the darkest. And I'm putting this on there. And it's all loose. It doesn't have to be perfect. And make it a little bit darker. Hopefully that sticks. Okay, and then there's some balconies here. So what I'm gonna do is just try to put a line. Wait, I'm trying not to touch the bottom of my page because it is still wet. Okay, get this darkened. Okay, then it's pretty dark in these areas, so I'm gonna darken this area up too. That's a drawback from a water brush as well. You start off with a really heavy wash while you're painting. I might have lost an awning there. I got something. All right. Might have lost an awning there, so let me try to get it in at least. Oh, I did it again. Keep on going in the wrong color. Okay. Get that blacky color. A little bit darker. There we go. A little bit darker. That's better. Okay. And then, should I put it here? I'm just going to put it here. So we have 3 of those again. There's a little bit of greenery going on over there, so I'm going to keep on with my darks. Okay. These are pretty dark over here. That is the train, if you can hear it veering. All right, I'm gonna take a minute from videoing. Okay, so this is where I am right now. I just wanted to show you my progress. I'm gonna let this part dry and I'm gonna work on the grass right now. I lied. Okay. So I'm gonna clean off my brush and put some yellow tints to just adding color. A little bit of yellow. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna try to work on this now. Okay, I started using the multi-liner, and what I'm using it for is actually to color in the window area and give some line work. It's working kind of, sort of, not really, you know what I mean? But I'll figure it out because I also have the brown watercolor pencil that I'm probably going to end up using for that. But I am going to keep using this for the windows. You know, the stone and railing. I've kind of stopped looking at the building, and now I'm just putting in what I want to put in and using what I remember from what I saw, because that's the kind of look I want. You know what I mean? Okay, so so far with the house, this is what I've been doing, and it looks good. I'm liking where I'm going with it. So I'm just gonna keep outlining the stuff that I want to put in this watercolor pencil. It's working really good. Okay. This is the chimney that's on the roof that I kind of like missed and I threw in there just to throw in there. And then I think in the background I want to put some greenery. So now what I'm hoping is that the pencil will give me the rest of the stone effect that I'm trying to pull off. Okay, so for the green, I kind of wanted a little bit more of like a poppy, like a pop out kind of color. So let's see what we can get by adding the honey color to this green here. And I like it. Get out of here, bug. No bees. No bees allowed. So behind, I'm just going to put, like, if it's all, get this out of there. Just greenery. I'm going to do this and come back. So I'm putting in the like shading of some bush areas, and a fun thing to do, or a nice way to take advantage of the water blooms that we have here, is to kind of highlight it as a part of the bush that is being like outlined. And like that, it looks a little bit more organic because it's actually an organic, happening. I think I want to just put a little bit of shading in here. It just seems like it's going from darker to lighter, so I want to get that in there. Probably shouldn't put in the sky, but I'm okay with it just being white in the background. And there we go. Let's see how it looks. Let's close this and pick it up. And not bad. All right, there's another place that I'd want to go and sketch. All right, so I wanted to come here. It's kind of like taped off and stuff, but there's still people here. But I wanted to find a spot to do this lake because I love it. It's so pretty. Well, here's the battlefield after the painting. This was the inspiration, and here's the outcome. Hold on, I'm gonna lift it up and put it there. And I know the water seems a little too dull. I might darken it up. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing the mark with the water, like big time, so yeah. All right, this is where I'm leaving it because I gotta go. So there's that. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it will help if I put the bushes in. I might put them in later. Okay.
I want to thank you guys for watching and staying till the end. Here's a couple of pictures that I decided to put in at the end. If you guys want to take a pause and draw it or sketch it, you're more than welcome to. And thank you again for watching, and peace and love.